So what is up, everybody? It has been a minute. It has been a minute. So the last video that you probably saw on my channel was the 3-part series of the baby shower, which was freaking phenomenal. I could not have asked for a better baby shower. Just gonna keep it real. So many gifts, so much love, amazing. And I do want to apologize. It's been a minute. You know, I'm trying to stay on top of, the whole YouTube thing, consistency. So I'm trying to stay on top of that. But we also, fun fact, I talked a little bit about this in the last video. The last, baby shower videos that we were moving. So we actually moved 2 or 3 weeks after the baby shower. It's just that. So we finally got settled in. We've probably been in our new crib for probably about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. Yeah, I think it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow, actually. So we finally got settled in, y'all. We got the baby's room together. It's still a couple little pieces that still need to come together, but I will be doing a whole nother YouTube video on the nursery. But today, though, we're gonna do a little bit of makeup, okay? I've been dying to do another makeup tutorial or makeup talk video. So we're gonna do that. I do wanna say, one of the things that inspired me to do this makeup today and that I'm really excited and happy to share with you is this right here, honey. So this is 10 eyelash pairs that I got from Amazon, y'all. I will link down in the description. This set right here, $10 for 10. Enough said right there. But we're gonna get right into it. I went ahead and washed my face earlier and moisturized earlier. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of moisturizer on my lips here. So tonight was the versus battle. Oh my gosh, y'all. The Yeezy, I said the Yeezy. Pregnancy brain. The Jeezy versus Gucci. We actually just finished watching that. So that was just freaking nuts. It was really cool to see, though. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly really did not have my eggs in one particular basket. By the way, I'm using Hourglass primer. But it was actually really entertaining. I was really, really proud of the fact that Jeezy sort of stepped up and said, you know what, we're gonna be grown about this, we're gonna be men about it, and what it's about is about unity, and it's about the city. And I feel like that's a really dope that's a really dope way to look at things, and that's a really good way to be. It really is. I mean, you can't be a hater all your life, you can't be beefing all your life, and that can be the truest thing. You really can't. You really can't. At some point, you have to kind of hang it up. This right here, strobe cream, MAC. But anyway, that was really entertaining, y'all. So I encourage y'all to go back and see it. That's kind of what we just got finished doing, and it was pretty dope. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed myself. I felt like it was a cool, little. I enjoy the verses. Here, I'm gonna put you a little bit closer.
Just come on. There we go. Come a little bit closer. Okay.
I enjoy the verses because, with COVID and everything going on now, I just feel like we really don't get to get out much. We really don't. I mean, it's just not like how it used to be. And that's fine. Hopefully at some point we do get to experience outside like how we used to, but maybe one day we will. Hopefully. We're underneath new management now, so we're gonna see what happens with that. Oh my gosh. Y'all ever do that? Like ever feel like you about to poke yourself in the eye? It's really weird. That kind of sucked. But anyway, so we moved into this new spot. We got all this stuff together. I'm not even gonna lie though. I don't know about y'all, but I discovered when I moved here that I have a real problem. And that problem, oh, by the way, this one here is Bright Future Gel Serum by Sephora in the color Cream Caramel that I'm kind of letting just sit for just a hot second on my face. But spraying a little Studio Fix on there. I discovered about myself, y'all, that I have a real problem, y'all, when I moved in here. Like, I straight up have an issue when it comes to Amazon. Like, it's low-key bad. I'm not even gonna lie. You know it's bad, like when your man asks you, like, yo, did you get something else off of Amazon? I'm like, low-key, I want to say no, because I know that I have a problem. But the thing of it is this. I didn't used to be this bad about Amazon when I wasn't a Prime member. When you're a Prime, it makes it so much harder to not order off of Amazon because you get it in 2 days. Like, this is how bad I am, y'all. Low-key, I'd much rather order something off of Amazon and get it within, what I know to be a day or two, right? I'd much rather do that than go down the street to Walgreens, okay, and buy it. Now, that might be for a couple reasons. That might be because I'm lazy. That might be because I'm pregnant, which, let's be honest, those two things often go hand in hand. Or it might just be because I don't know, like, it's just too easy. It's too easy to buy. And I feel like that's why they're taking over, like, the industry, is because it's too easy to buy. And everybody wants convenient these days, right? Like, you want something that's convenient. You don't want to be having to go and really leave your house. I mean, as bad as that really sounds, like, nobody wants to leave their house these days, especially now, especially because of COVID. Don't nobody want to leave the crib for nothing. Like, that's kind of like a thing of the past. You don't want to do that. I know my face looks really crazy right now. It looks really like bang, but we gonna get there though. We're gonna get there. Next, I got my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation in the color 420. We're gonna put that all over our face. But I low-key have a problem. It's okay though. I know that's the first step, is just knowing that you have an issue, right? Isn't it like the first step in like AA or something like that? At least I know. But anyway, back to what has been going on with me and what has been going on in my life lately. So we had the baby's last ultrasound a couple of days ago, and that was extremely exciting to see him. It's so crazy, like seeing like your little baby. Like, it's so crazy seeing him. Like, it makes it so like real. Like, you really begin to really think like this is a real life thing. Like, well, I'm not gonna say that. Like, of course I know that it's been real, but like, you really start to think like this is like you straight up have a human inside of you, which is so freaking crazy. Like, it doesn't get any realer than that. It really doesn't. It doesn't get any realer than that, and it doesn't get any more like concrete than that. Like, your life feels like it's different seeing that human being. And it makes you think about like your mom, for instance, you know, and what she went through and the experiences that she had with you. It kind of gives you a newfound respect for your mom, you know. And I'm sure it does something too, you know, for men that go through that and have that experience also of having a child. I'm sure that it has the same effect. But it's just crazy to see, like, seeing his little chubby self. I straight prayed, y'all, for a little chubby baby. And guess what? I got him. So I'm excited. We're excited for that. There's still a lot that needs to be done, just in terms of like the diaper bag and stuff, which I will be sharing another video on that too, in terms of what we packed in our diaper bag. So more to come around that also, so keep your eyes out for that too. One thing that I have been really thinking about lately is what I can do to keep myself, like, what can I have, like, what can I make for myself, right? Like, what can I put in place for me when my son gets here? Because as I know, like, I've been hearing a lot about how motherhood, you know, is your first priority. It is my main priority. It's my main job, because I prayed for him. I'm not gonna lie. I prayed for him, and I'm so blessed to be able to have him. I'm so blessed to be a mother and to be able to have him in my life. Is so many women that I know struggle with that, and I've had my struggles, you know what I mean? So I totally can see. Sorry, I'm breathing hard, like old girl off of what was her name? I'm sitting up here sounding like Baby D off of Friday, y'all. This pregnancy ain't no joke. Take the breath up out you. But for real though, like, I'm very happy about and proud to be a mother. But one thing that I have been doing is I've been doing a lot of thinking about what I can do to keep something for myself during this time frame that, you know, of motherhood. What I can do to keep something for myself, keep something as a goal for me, or, you know, something to occupy my time, something to fulfill me outside of being a mother. Because that was one thing, to be completely honest, that I wanted to keep intact, was my own. I want being a mother to add to the things that are a part of my identity, rather than that being my sole identity, right? So that's one thing that was really important to me, and that's one thing that I've been thinking about a lot. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like that's so important, especially as mothers, for us to have and keep our own identities and not be, you know, consumed with one, even if that means, you know, not being consumed with you know, whatever your career is, and not letting it take over. I'm gonna clean up my eyebrows a little bit. as I'm talking to y'all. But I feel like that's really important, to not let any one identity, just as a person, take over your life, to be structured and to be balanced with everything, and to make sure that you are fulfilled in your own way. Because I feel like as mothers, it is very easy to become stuck on being a mom and forgetting that you were a person before you know what I'm saying, became a mother. You were an individual, and not to lose that. I mean, you still are an individual. You still have dreams, goals, and aspirations. And I was actually looking the other day, one show that I absolutely love is Iyanla Van Zandt. Can't talk. Iyanla Saved My Life. I really enjoy that show because it shows a true, like, raw perspective of people. And I have a real life respect for Iyanla because she comes at, in my opinion, she comes at people and meets people where they are, and is not afraid to talk about, you know, her own struggles and her own story and her own background. Because I feel like, you know, if somebody's going to try to meet you where you, like, if somebody's going to try to, like, advise you on something, they got to be, like, they got to be real with you. Otherwise, you're not going to hear anything that they have to say. That's just the honest to God truth. Anybody that has ever had, like, someone in their life that they went to for advice, the sole reason why you even went to them for advice was because they were a real person, and they weren't afraid to share how they felt about, you know, their lives with you and their experiences. But anyway, I was watching Iyanla, and she said, like, to the effect, because I don't know the word for word, but to the effect, Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade in Auburn. She said something to the effect of, don't stop your life, like, for your kids. Because I feel like it's always a thing where people will say, you know, like, I have kids now, so I don't, you know, your life stops. I feel like, I don't know, and maybe I might be tripping. I feel like a lot of people say that. But what resonated with me so much when I watched Iyanla was that what she said. And she said to that, like, don't stop your life for your kids. Because if you stop your life for your children, right? If you say, my dreams have to take the back burner, and what I have to give has to take a back seat, then your kids have no example. I mean, what example are you giving them? And low-key, I literally felt that. I felt when she said that. I was like, you know what? I have never heard it from that perspective before. Like, I never heard anybody say that before. But it's a solid perspective on life. It really is. It's a solid perspective on not only life, but it's a solid perspective on parenthood, because she's right. Your kids need an example. They deserve an example. And if you are so caught up on ending your life for them, you won't be able to give them any type of mark to strive for. So, like, you got to give them more than that. That's just low-key my opinion. I was gonna sculpt my eyebrows. I'm not gonna do that today, just for the sake of time, because I be trying to just move a little bit faster these days. I am gonna prime my eyelids with the same primer though, but because of that, I have been doing a lot of thinking about that. And I talked to my guy too, and to Vinny, and talk to him about what that looks like, not only for me, but for the both of us. For real. Because I really want us to, like, continue to strive, like, for our dreams and our goals, and not let anything stop us from doing that. And I don't think, in my opinion, like, being a parent is something that is like, oh, my whole life is over and I'm stopping for this kid. Like, I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe that to be true. I don't think that to be true. And quite honestly, for those that think that, I really hope that you change your mind and like start to think about things and consider things differently, because you still have a beautiful life ahead of you, a wonderful life that's full and has potential, and you don't need to stunt yourself going in with the heat palette. And I wanted to do kind of a red look today, so I'll probably go in with Un Fuego, which is this one right here. But you have a whole life ahead of you. So, in my opinion, especially like being as young as I am, and being, you know, in my 20s, I just feel like a lot of people will try to scare you and tell you, now I'm gonna get back with you, you know, when I have him. I doubt that my opinion on this is gonna change at all. Like, I really do doubt that it's going to change. But I will say that, you know, you have a lot of people that are gonna try. And just speaking from the perspective of a 20-something-year-old, you have a lot of people that try to, like, I don't think that they're trying to scare you, but like, life lesson. A lot of people will paint their own fears onto you. Opinions, fears, shortcomings. They'll try to put them onto you, put them onto your spirit whenever they see you going down a similar, I'm not going to say path, but embarking on a similar experience. People will try to offer you a piece of their experience. And I'm not even going to say that it comes from a place of malice. Because I do feel like, for the most part, people are trying to look out for you. I don't feel like people are trying to like be haters or anything. But at the same time, I feel like what gets lost in that narrative is the encouragement that is really needed whenever you are a first-time parent. And especially if you're a young parent, because I'm not going to lie, with me looking into the future of being a mother myself and what all comes along with that, I'm really thinking about, you know, my future and how I can keep my own personal momentum up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still a 20-something-year-old. It's like, just because I'm having a baby doesn't change that fact about me. Like, I'm still a 20-something-year-old and I still have dreams and aspirations, and have goals and needs and wants that still need to be fulfilled. And I think if there's anything that people take away from this is Rudy by Mac there. I think if it's anything that people take away from this, especially if you're like, you know, a young parent like myself, like, don't let other people scare you. Like, follow what your heart is telling you, because you know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. You know what's best for your child. You know what's best for your family. And that's really it. And don't feel bad for still pursuing your dreams and your goals, as it pertains to you living your life and being happy. There ain't nothing wrong with that, because guess what? If you're happy, your child is happy. If you're happy, you're giving your baby something to aspire to be, and it makes you genuinely happy. So you're gonna be there and be happy for your family and for your significant other. And I personally have been doing a lot of thinking in regards to how I can keep my fire lit, because it's so important, just in general, just in life, you know, as just beings. It's important to have something that makes you happy, something that keeps your fire lit, and something that you enjoy, that keeps you going, keeps you striving. I'm about to buff that out because that looks a little hard right there. It ain't looking as soft as the other side is. Oh my gosh. For all the people that are parents, you know, male, female, I encourage you to comment below and let me know, you know, what y'all think. Am I on the what is it, on the ball with this, or am I tripping? Let me know what you think. I just feel like sometimes it can be negative, and it can be a little bit hard dealing with that. And like I said, it comes from a good place, but at the same time, it's like, I just had a birthday cake put in front of me. Don't sit up here and tell me about all the risk factors of eating it. Yeah, I could choke. I could potentially choke on the birthday cake. Okay, I could potentially, I could have an allergic reaction because I didn't know that I had allergies to this type of cake. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could go into all these details and warnings about what might happen when I eat this cake. Or you can just let me eat it and enjoy it and be happy that I have it in front of me. And that's kind of how I think about it. And part of living in that is dismissing the narrative that your life is over whenever you have a child, or like, oh, it's all about your kid and ain't about you, which like I said, I don't disagree with that. I believe that your child should be your number one priority. I don't feel like you should be putting anything before your child. Like no one, no one, and nothing before your child. But at the same time, though, I feel like you should still fulfill yourself. Don't be sitting up here, you know, empty. You on E, but you trying to fill your child's tank up. What you gonna fill your child's tank up with? If you're on E, there's nothing that you can. There's nothing. What is there to give? Nothing. So you don't want to deplete yourself. So I use Juvia's Place. I have hellas of her palettes. Oh, just found it. And so I use, actually, in her eyeshadow palette, one of her eyeshadow palettes I use to bronze with. It's actually, this one right here, because I like the kind of like brown. I kind of mix these two together, this one and this one, because I like the look. I like how it looks. I like the look of it. So I'm just gonna do that while I'm talking to y'all and go ahead and just bronze. Isn't that pretty? But I do feel like it is a little bit different. And part of disputing that is, or living, you know, against that is, for yourself, you know, making sure that you have a goal, or making sure that whatever fulfills you stays a part of your life actively once you have a child. Like I said, I'm gonna get back to y'all about it, you know what I mean, once he's here kicking and screaming. But I don't feel like that's gonna be anything that I'm gonna ever waver on. Like, I'm just gonna keep it a bean, no matter what anybody has to say. I just don't feel like that's waverable. Bring your child along with you. Why can't you bring your child with you? That's what I don't get. That's what's weird with that narrative for me. Bring your baby along. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are in terms of like parenting and what you think is important to keep in mind as a parent, especially as a young parent. Like, what do you think is important to keep in mind and at the forefront? I'm probably gonna go in with this guy right here because that purple just is pretty to me. It's time for me to clean my brushes, y'all. It's about that time. Let me spray real quick first. Morph. Setting spray. Got in my mouth. Ugh. Anyway, I got this. Now I can't even freaking talk. Freaking just shut. I'm just like silenced by this. Y'all hear my makeup just rustling around in the back? Y'all probably like, I'll be watching those makeup tutorials and maybe more organized things. I know. Don't care. Anyway, nah, I ain't gonna be like that. But the last thing left that I have to do is my lashes. I gotta decide which ones I'm gonna wear. I should have like figured this out beforehand, but whatever. These are like calling my name. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do these. Okay, so you know like how like adhesive like comes on the lashes to adhere them to the tin that they come in. Like, this shit got adhesive for days. I'm just sitting up here like, damn. Okay. We got it. Gotta improvise sometimes. There we go. Little bit on each side. Look at how pretty. A little bit of Nikki's Nude. This is like a limited edition. I think at one point in time at Sephora. I said Sephora, Mac, girl. Mac about kill me. Cause they like, girl, we don't sell our stuff. And Sephora. Not like there's anything wrong with Sephora because I wear Sephora stuff. I wear stuff from Sephora. Not like there's anything wrong with that. So I kind of like how that looks. I'm like kind of a sucker for a lower lash color. Until you swipe your freaking eyeball. Oh my gosh. Now my eyes watering like a mug. Now I look like I'm about to freaking cry. Done. Done. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me and hearing me rant about like being a parent and everything. and catching up with me and doing a little bit of makeup with me. I really appreciate it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Comment below and let me know what you think in terms of what you think that you can offer in terms of advice for being a parent. Was I right on? Was I not? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you again on the next time. Bye, y'all.